Hey everybody, this week's Torah portion is not a Torah portion, it is actually the holiday of Yom Kippur, the Day of Forgiveness. And I've had a lot of meetings this week trying to sort of calm people down because I think Yom Kippur has a very bad rap, and people think of it in a very different terms than the way it's supposed to be thought of. And I want to give you a different perspective than perhaps you may have on what Yom Kippur really is. There's a custom on the day before Yom Kippur, which would be Friday, to go in a mikvah, meaning a person's supposed to go in a mikvah and sort of cleanse themselves spiritually. Now, the reason we do that, or one of the reasons we do that, given by the rabbis, is that the same way when a person converts, part of the process is going into a mikvah, so too when we are being forgiven for our sins and becoming a new person, we also want to do the same thing that a person is converting doing, because we're also becoming sort of a new person. And the same way when a person converts, they're replicating the embryonic stage of being fully submerged in water. So too, when we're changing into the new us, we're going to be going into water to replicate that also. Now, the interesting thing about that is it doesn't make sense to really do it on Friday, the day before Yom Kippur, since we didn't actually get forgiven for anything and we haven't apologized for anything yet, and we're not a new person yet. What we should do is do it the day after Yom Kippur, or right after Yom Kippur, when we now are forgiven, we said our sorries, we're now a new person, we've changed, and that's when we want to sort of go and replicate the act of becoming a new person. But why would we be going in the day before we do anything? We haven't done anything yet to make us a new person. And the answer is that God is so desperate for us to be forgiven that the second we even show a little bit of readiness, it's already the day before we're about to ask, he already is like, all right, you're forgiven, done, new person, go in the mikvah, and you're a completely new person already. Meaning he's so desperate and excited for us to come back to him that he's already considers it as if we already changed, even though we didn't do anything yet. That's how much he loves this day, and how much he loves when we show our remorse for what we did and try to reconnect with him. So instead of it being really like a sad, scary day, it's really just a very beautiful, romantic day of us reconnecting with God and him showing us that he's so excited for that, that he's going to count it as if we're forgiven, even before we actually said we're sorry. So just with that perspective, it's good to go into this holiday and realize it's really a day of happiness and joy, and not one of fear and scary. So may we all have an easy and meaningful fast, and use it in that light. Use the day as a way of connecting with God and showing him that we're just as invested in the relationship as he is with us, by forgiving us even the day before we said we're sorry. Have an easy and meaningful fast.